So the unfortunate thing when I look at that story, that I just shared about this young man, is that there's so many young people, so many youth that are out there, and they're doing so well for themselves, and also some of them for their communities. And so this was actually the starting point for developing not only this particular series, but the UNUH Personal Development app, which we're going to show you a little bit more about in a little while, which really was the genesis of this particular development. So the UNUH Youth Heroes project was launched in July 2024 to support the development of positive youth-centered content, aligned with the mission of the UNUH Personal Development app, which I mentioned, an innovative digital platform designed to promote positive mindset and behavior change, particularly amongst at-risk youth. Over the period of the UNUH app development, it became clear that while many young Jamaicans are demonstrating resilience, leadership, and of course community service, very little content exists, original content to showcase what they are doing, so that our young people have, positive models to live up to. So we started, as I mentioned, in July 2024, and we really sought to help to fill this gap, which we had recognized, by identifying, documenting, and celebrating 6. We wish we could have done more, but 6 to start, remarkable young Jamaicans who embody the values that we promote through UNUH, which is such as including responsibility, kindness, initiative, and purpose-driven leadership. The selected awardees, Brandon Allen, you're going to meet them in a little while, Dane Egler, Kyle Watts, Lascelles Page, Morgan Barham, and Samika Prendergast. They represent diverse communities across Jamaica's 3 counties, Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. And through these video interviews and storytelling, these youth heroes are featured now in approximately 24 minutes of inspiring content, which we will make available on multiple platforms, including through the UNUH app itself, YouTube, and local television and media. A key component of the UNUH program is its culminating community give back project, which encourages volunteerism and collective action among youth. By showcasing real-life examples of young Jamaicans creating impact, the project UNUH Youth Heroes not only affirms the value of youth-led transformation, but what we envisage as a future possibility, UNUH National Youth Heroes Competition, to further expand the reach and cultural impact of this initiative. Of course, we could not have achieved all that we have without the support. They say it takes a family to raise a child. Well, it takes a family in order to produce what we have done. And so we're going to be recognizing throughout the program Hanover Charities, represented here today by its chair, Katrin Casserly, coming all the way from Montego Bay. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you, Katrin. And of course, the CB Facey Foundation, represented here today by the very shy Gayon Douglas. Where's Gayon? There she is. And of course, cash and in-kind contributions also came from the S Hotel. So we are here, compliments of the S Hotel. Chris Issa, unfortunately, was not able to join us today as he's traveling. And we had field support through communities, the Countrystyle Community Tourism Network and Kariba Inn. We had support also today from a number of players. We had here earlier Alternative Music and Bolo Rocks, who set up our PA system and did the technical setup, as well as compliments of CB Facey Foundation, our projector. And so even in the field, as we went out to do the work, to identify the young people we couldn't have done that on our own. So we relied on our partners such as the Social Development Commission, Rise Life Management Services, and of course the Heart Trust NTA, and they are represented here today. Thank you for coming. We extend heartfelt thanks to every individual and organization that contributed their time, resources, and most of all, the belief in the transformative power of youth-led storytelling. I'd like to recognize the production team headed by Michelle Geister, sitting over there, of course, videotaping as we speak, assisted by her amazing daughter, Tafira Poyser, another amazing young talent. Together, we continue to shift the narrative and uplift the next generation of Jamaican leaders. Thank you all again for being here, and enjoy the show.